Right, in the other class we had a quick look at how you can focus on using imitation to improve your speaking. So we're going to focus on this again today. If you saw the video the other day, you can skip through this to the next section. And if you haven't seen it, just follow this through for a couple of minutes here, a couple of seconds actually. So imitation is the key thing. We want to focus on that. We're going to listen to the following audio files. I've got 3 audio files here, or more than 3 files from different level samples, and there'll be a series of imitation ones coming up for part 1, 2, and 3. So we need to follow the pattern we've talked about in the previous videos, and this is the pattern now. So we want to listen carefully for a start. And we're going to check for any errors in our writing, and remember that those listening errors are also pronunciation errors most often. Then when we've got our errors correct, we want to notice things in how the speaker is describing things. So we're going to notice the pauses, and we're going to write down, note the pauses with 2 or 3 lines to indicate the length of the pause. And then the next good thing to do is to notice the stressed words. So native speakers are stress words. So see the person here stressing the awesome. So if you hear a word spoken very long, you should highlight that. The next thing to do is think about underlining weak and connected sounds. Again, native speakers often make sounds on either side of the stress word weak. So here it's an awesome place. So you can hear the weakness there. Then of course, once you've listened to it and noticed it, you need to imitate. And we've got the word exactly there because we want you to imitate it exactly. So notice the chunks that you've highlighted already, the stressed words, the connected words. Focus on that in a chunk and then focus on it in the whole passage. And then when you're finished, record yourself and check. Go back to the original speaker and see how your speaking looks compared to theirs. And you can listen and check and practice it again and again. In part 2, everything's the same as part 1 that we've practiced already. And if you haven't, go back and have a look at that slideshow from part 1. So today we're going to look at, or right now we're going to look at IELTS speaking part 2, and we're going to be describing an art event. Now that might be a music event or a movie or something else. So you'll hear your 3 speakers. And we're going to put that recording on right now. So you can either listen to all 3 and take notes, listen and write as we've talked about, or you can listen to individual speakers. That's up to you. It'll be clearly indicated on the video as we go through. It's probably easier to go 1 speaker at a time, but that's up to you. So we'll play all 3 right now.
Speaker 1.
I've decided to talk about Billy Elliot, which I saw at the Victoria Palace Theatre a while ago. The musical, that is, not the film, which I still haven't seen. Anyway, it's about a boy who wants to be a ballet dancer, but everything and everyone, except his teacher, seems to be against him. It's a good story, and the dancing and singing are brilliant.
Speaker 2.
There are a lot that I've enjoyed, but the best one was last year's Cambridge Folk Festival. There were musicians from all over the world, and all sorts of music, like gospel and salsa. The atmosphere was great too, and there was a real mix of people. My own particular favourite was a Celtic band, who did some traditional stuff, but with a modern beat.
Speaker 3.
My favourite was an outdoor performance of Shakespeare's Macbeth, which I saw at Wenlock Priory in July. It's such a dark play with witches and ghosts and murder. It was the perfect setting. The best thing of all was the way the evening gradually got darker as the end of the play approached, with the ruins of the church towering over the stage. Perfect for an ending like that.
And now you can see here's the errors for speaker 1 about the musical. So come and check your errors. Remember the process, same as before. Check your errors. Notice there'll be pronunciation mistakes. Listen again and note your pause. Note the person's pauses, their stress words, the weak and the connected sounds, and then go ahead and practice imitating it. You remember first of all the chunks and then the passage, and then don't forget to record yourself and check it later on. So, speaker 2, the one about music. Here it is. Have a listen there, have a look there and check again. Pause here for a second so you can check that. You just pause yourself on the screen if you want to as you check that. Remember to imitate. Remember to practice imitating. The whole purpose of this is imitating. So imitate as often as you can until you think you've got it spot on. And then speaker 3, talking about Macbeth. This was a nice one. For me, this is the nicest speaker. There's so much emphasis and feeling in how she's talking. So really nice pronunciation and fluency with her. Okay, so that's it for part 2. You go back and check that in your own time.